Hello friends. Friends, we have completed the study of the shloks of the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So in today's video, I will be providing you the summary of the teachings of the 13th chapter. So the 13th chapter basically is, you can say it's part of the third part of Bhagavad Gita, which is associated with knowledge. And so, in this chapter, Sri Krishna has described to Arjun about field, that is Kshetra, and the knower of the field, which is Kshetragya. Sri Krishna has also talked about Purusha and Prakriti, which is the observer and the observed. And Sri Krishna has also talked about what is knowledge, so what is worth knowing. So those are the major topics of this chapter, and Sri Krishna starts off by first explaining to Arjun that this body is experienced by the knower as the field. So here what we have to understand actually is that it's just not the body which is the field, but it also includes ego, intellect, matter, 11 sense organs, 5 sense objects, desire, aversion, consciousness, and will. Now, generally speaking, these things are part of the body. They are all basically associated with the body, and therefore they are experienced in the body. In that sense, it is Kshetra. The one who is experiencing it is the Kshetragya, or the knower of the field. So this distinction has been made by Sri Krishna in terms of telling Arjun that don't think that you are your body. Your body is something that you experience, and that is the Kshetra, and you are the Kshetragya. Now, to that, Sri Krishna then also mentions that he is also present in all beings as the knower, and since he is present in all beings, therefore he has the knowledge of all the Kshetragya. So, therefore, he has the knowledge of the entire Kshetra or the entire field. That's what Sri Krishna says. Then Sri Krishna tries to explain to Arjun what actually knowledge is and what is ignorance. And here Sri Krishna explains that knowledge is the one which moves you closer to God, or which makes you more noble, more calm, composed, and a better person. If a knowledge is making you that, then that is basically what is knowledge. If somebody tells that this is knowledge which makes you more impatient, which makes you more dogmatic, then that is not really knowledge, that is ignorance. So whatever moves you closer to God is knowledge, and whatever does not move you closer to God is ignorance. After that, Sri Krishna describes Brahma, and then he mentions that Brahma is something which has come from him, which is present inside all, and while it is present inside all beings, it's also outside all beings as well. It is one, but it appears to be many in the divided beings, and it is the source of all the knowing. So it is the knower, knowledge, and the object of knowledge, all the three. So basically everything which is there is Brahma, everything. So it's inside and also outside. It is one and it appears to be divided, and it is the source of all the knowing. So it's basically knower, knowledge, and the object of knowledge. After that, Sri Krishna then gets into the idea of Purush and Prakriti, and he mentions that Prakriti is behind all the cause and effect that is going on, while Purush is behind all the experiencing. So everything that is changing or that has been observed is Prakriti, while the observer is Purusha. And everything comes into existence by the combination of these two. So if the object is there but there is nobody to observe it, then there is no object. Similarly, if the knower is there but there is no object to observe, then also there is no object. So by the combination of the two, everything comes into existence. And Sri Krishna then explains that there is the Param Purush who sits in all beings, and he observes the action of the individual Purush. So he basically, this is the idea of the two birds on a tree, wherein one bird is eating the fruits of the tree and the other bird is just observing. So the one who is eating the fruits of the tree is the Purush, who basically is attaching to things, while the one who is detached he is the Param Purush who is observing how this lower Purush is actually acting. Now, then Sri Krishna explained that Purush looks at Prakriti and then responds to her. Based on the response, then Param Purush makes the Prakriti create new circumstances for the Purush, and this way the Purush becomes attached to different qualities of Prakriti, and by attaching to different qualities of Prakriti, then Purush attains higher and lower births. Shri Krishna then in the end of the chapter then starts to say that one who sees this interplay between Purush and Prakriti to be happening, he goes beyond and then attains the highest. So this realization of this interplay of Purush and Prakriti, Shri Krishna says, can be obtained either by meditation, or it can be obtained through investigation and knowledge, or it can be obtained through selfless work, and it can also be obtained by listening to others who have realized it. So then Shri Krishna says that behind all the diversity, the one who sees unity, that is the one who has attained Brahma, and he describes that the Brahma as such is similar to space, just as different variety of objects are present in space, but the space does not really attach to any of the objects. In the same manner, all the things are present in Brahma, but Brahma does not really attach to any of them. It stays completely unattached to the object in which it fills them. So then he says that just as one sun illumines all the darkness, similarly Brahma is the one who is the source of luminance in all bodies. He is the one who is giving ability for all the beings to experience this world. So this way then he says that one who realizes all of this, that he is not the body but is separate from the body and is not attached to the body, that is the one who then attains the supreme. So that was the pretty much whole message of this chapter. I hope that I have explained this chapter well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I'll see you in the next video, wherein I'll be presenting to you the quiz with regards to this chapter. So take care.